Moments ago, I had the chance to speak with the Prime Minister of Latvia, of course, a NATO member, Krišjānis Karads. First, I want to begin with the status here in Ukraine. Is it your view, is it NATO's view, that Russia's invasion of Ukraine has already begun?
According to the information that's at my disposal, Putin is moving in additional forces and tanks into the occupied Donbas territories. By any definition, that's a crossing of the sovereign territory into a neighboring country. That is an invasion. It is the military that's doing this.
So you're saying you're seeing Russian units, new Russian units that have moved into Donbas since this declaration of supposed independence?
Yes, according to the information at my disposal, this is exactly what we're seeing.
You, along with other top members of the Latvian government, released a statement earlier this week urging, quote, the international community to take measures, the strongest possible measures, to stop Russia's aggression, offer assistance to Ukraine. Have the steps you have seen so far, including the range of sanctions announced yesterday, do they meet that standard, in your view? Are they enough to deter Putin from further action?
Will they deter? We will see. But certainly they meet the standard. And what's very important to understand that these are very unified and very broad sanctions coming from across the democratic world. So we have sanctions coordinated between the EU, the UK, the US, Canada, Japan. These are all complementary to one another, and as a package, they're actually quite severe because they hit individuals, they hit state finance, they hit banks, and they hit the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. So it's a very broad-ranging set of sanctions, deeper than anything we've seen before. Nothing like this was in the package when they invaded and occupied the Crimea 8 years ago.
Of course, at the top of the pyramid in Russia is Vladimir Putin. The White House is sanctioning people close to Putin and their assets. But this is a man who's believed to have stolen many hundreds of millions of dollars, has it spirited away around the world. Do you believe that sanctions by the West should target Putin and his assets, his family, personally?
I think that what we're seeing now is the first wave of sanctions. So Putin moves military units into Ukraine. The democratic world responds immediately within one day and across all the time zones with coordinated and very deep sanctions. If there will be more moves, there will be more sanctions, and they will only be cutting deeper and deeper.
Latvia and the other Baltic states have been very forward-leaning in their military assistance to Ukraine, giving lethal assistance such as shoulder-fired surface-to-air missiles, this kind of thing that other NATO partners were reluctant to give. Do you believe Ukraine has been given enough military assistance to help resist a Russian invasion, or has the alliance fallen short? Should it step up more?
Well, Ukraine needs all the assistance we can muster. So military assistance and financial assistance. Financial assistance right now is no less important. It's going to cost them a lot to maintain their own military, their own public debt, lack of investments because of the military aggression. We have to help them there. And militarily wise, some Western democratic countries are assisting them. So we have the US with great assistance. We have the UK, Canada announcing, the Baltics, Poland. So this number of countries, hopefully the list will grow. And we have to show solidarity and support for Ukraine, not only military, but especially also financing. And there, the European Union as a whole has now pledged 1.2 billion. And I think this is the first pledge. Other member states, such as Germany, have pledged additionally. So this is what we need to see, a combination of financial support and military support to help them get through this crisis.
I spoke yesterday to the Estonian Prime Minister, who said when she listened to Putin's speech on Monday, when he described it as madness that the former Soviet republics were allowed to leave the former USSR, spoke nostalgically of a Russian empire, she said that felt like a threat, a not-so-veiled threat to other former Soviet republics like the Baltics, yourself included. Do you share that concern? Do you think that Putin's aspirations lie beyond Ukraine?
very clearly, Putin has stated as such. He is recreating what in his mind, with a skewed view of history, actually an absurd view of history, is to recreate some sort of Russian empire. In a time when we live in Europe in national nation states, democratic nation states, he is doing the anachronistic move of trying to recreate an empire. And it is a huge clash of values and ideas. He does not believe in the right of a nation's self-determination. If he says this about Ukraine, he's saying about anyone, including any other European country.